You're like, I'm okay. I'd rather go with that problem.
And then while having coffee in the morning, you take out the cover just to look at them.
To look at them. It's like a person coffee at your house, though.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Super comfortable. Happy too. Gotcha. Nice. Hey, boogies.
You can easy 100 miles per hour easy. I mean, you don't have the pull, but as soon as you get
Once it gets going, yeah.
you feel it.
You're like, it's not gonna start from scratch really fast, but once it goes, man, it'll get going. All right, everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have a returning guest. Thank you so much for making the time again, Aaron. So tell us, what did you bring this time, man?
I have this 2004 underappreciated Toyota Celica.
Underappreciated should definitely be the name, man, because the more we talk about it, the more we're like, man, these are hidden jewels. Reminds us of the MRS. It reminds us of the cars that we were discussing off camera. But before we go into this beautiful build, what made you go into the MRS, to the Toyota GT? Because is this the GT or GTS or
it's a GT right now. It's GT. A GT. Yeah, it's a GT.
Okay. So I didn't know there was a GT GTS.
It's a GT, and there's an upper model which is a 6-speed 2ZZ engine.
Oh, okay.
Which is a GTS.
Okay. Why is Celica? Why this?
I guess I was just surprised. I mean, I like the lines of the cars, and before I had an 87 Celica, which is the GT also, GT version.
Which looks nothing like this. I mean,
yeah, of course.
It kind of does, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's like a muscle car. Yeah,
but other than that, I mean, I was just intrigued by the way it looks, and after I got it, I was surprised how it handles. There's no power, but I like how it handles and drives also.
So did you ever get in a car that somebody had it? You never drove it?
Not really. It's just like I was looking for some weekend project cars, and I stumbled into this one. And I was looking, same with us guys. We're looking for those 2000, early 90s or early 2000 cars, Civics, Toyotas, Celica MR2s.
Yeah, as we discussed, they're quote unquote underpowered. They're what, like 160 horsepower?
Yeah, 160 horsepower, like that, but right? it's still a lot for the weight. I mean, compared to the power and the weight ratio of the car, I think you still feel it though.
Right.
You still feel the power. I mean, I was enjoying it.
Well, they're supposed to be daily commuters, right? It's like a Honda Civic.
That's the thing.
Accord,
yeah.
Right? They're supposed to be daily commuters.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to be getting a lot of power out of it. Gotcha. So when did we actually end up buying this car? How long has that been?
It's probably a year ago when I got it.
So recent,
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
that's recent for me, at least a year
ago. Yeah. And then I was just I got it from a guy in Orange County as well.
Okay.
He's a fireman, and he hadn't used the car for a few months, and he just wants to sell it.
It's funny you say that you like driving like early 2000 cars, but it's like, well, there's a reason. So we found the rave.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's where the rave is.
So the reason we're saying that is because like 8 in the morning and there's like techno music all around, and we're like, where is that? And then we found him. It's funny you say that you like driving the early 2000s, because that's how I feel about the 90s, man. Like, there's obviously 80s had its own theme than the 90s, and then the early 2000s you can go straight down the left, make a left, I believe. Yeah, be less crowded. But yeah, man, I mean, it seems like that shifter is really direct.
It's right on point. It's day and night when I replace it.
clutch is still OEM, right?
OEM, yeah. Everything is still OEM.
Gotcha.
Oops, that was a big drop. Yeah, and then the coilover stay-in, I like them. They're really comfy.
So they're actual coilovers?
They're coilovers, yeah, they're flexi.
So there's room for you to go lower?
But there's more room, yeah. But
I always tease you about that, right? You could go lower, you know? But see, if you were lower, we would be jumping all over there. Like, you don't feel it because the road is not good right now.
At the same time, the car,
cruising.
yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
It's already like, it looks really low the way it is. So you don't really like to slam it unless you want to tuck in the tire, the wheels.
And that's not your thing. You're just more like OEM plus, let me lower it just a tiny bit so it kind of kills the body roll. And you also mentioned that these cars are really, really high to begin with. So
yeah, they're from 5 fingers to 1 finger. It's like,
you're like day
a lot of difference, yeah.
And you did say like, oh, it feels like you're in the ground. I'm like, I felt that with certain cars. I got in. These car sits really low. The seats
really low.
I couldn't believe that these are OEM seats.
These are OEM seats.
I could not believe that.
It's pretty much the same thing as the AP3. They have the same design pretty much.
Man.
And yeah, they came in stock like this.
They're comfortable. They sit low, and I like that. I mean, I have a lot of room, and I'm not the shortest guy. I'm not super tall.
At the same time, you have a lot of room on
a lot of room for well, the back doesn't, but
the back kids probably would fit, but other than that, yeah.
That exhaust has a nice tone to it.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah, I like it. I mean, would you consider a turbo?
Turbo.
Or you just don't like the headaches that it comes with?
Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't wanna like make it unreliable if I go that route. I think it's gonna be fun to
experience
to do some performance upgrades, but for now
when it starts braking.
Yeah, I just don't want to start with it and regret it after.
How have you figured the aftermarket support of this? Was it difficult? Is it there?
Aftermarket is still the aftermarket is still there.
Okay, good.
But not as much as Honda's.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's not that much Celicas right now that you see on the road. So pretty much like there's still the body kits are still there, but body kits. I think Gredi makes turbo kits for this one. And other than that, I mean, I think as I seen on the forums from Celica forums, they a lot of guys, they just go with the 2ZZ engine swap.
Right. It's plug and play, I'm assuming, right?
I guess, yeah. Okay. I haven't gone into that one because I'm not planning on swapping it, but I guess it's not that hard.
I gotcha, yeah. And like I mentioned, that you do feel the difference between the 2cc and the 1cc, but the 1cc is plenty of, I think, but at least in the MRS I haven't really experienced in a Celica. Well, let's start talking about it. The fact that it's a 2004, right?
It's a 2004, yeah.
And you told me that this is OG paint.
It's an original paint.
Wow.
That's what I know, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't see any overspray or something, but I guess it's an original paint.
That's wild, man. That's wild. It looks like Toyota actually did it the right job. I think that's the one flaw with Honda is they're very reliable, but then the paint just starts. They clear just
but with this one,
out.
yeah, I just did as soon as I got it, I detailed it.
Nice to you. Well, let's talk about the front end. What have you done to it?
Front end, I did because the old owner has some rock chip paints on the hood, so I just wrap it with a carbon vinyl.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I just wrapped it and then just detailed the headlights. I have a Gredi front lip, and this is the 2004 model. It has a facelift bumper.
Gotcha. You say is it just the bumper that has the facelift, or anything changes the fenders or anything like that?
Oh no, I think just the bumper.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. So this is OEM hood.
That's an OEM hood.
I thought it was an aftermarket. Okay.
No, it's an OEM hood. I just wrapped it.
And they come with a hood scoop?
It comes with a hood scoop.
What?
They even have they call it, I think, a tsunami version, and it's more higher. and those are like really rare to find.
Oh, I didn't see. I thought
Yeah,
it was an aftermarket.
they had like different version of the Celicas in the UK also. They have like, they call it a Panasonic version, and then they have a Tsunami, and then they have over here they came out with the TRD.
God.
TRD package with a different bumper, with a side skirt, with a rear valence, and a different wing.
Ah, that's interesting. I've heard of the Tsunami, but I don't know all the details about it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the Tsunami has a different bumper as well, different side skirt, different wing.
Gotcha.
And even the rear bumper is different from the original TRD version.
But going back to that, the TRD are the ones that everybody kind of wants now,
Yeah.
right?
Right now, I mean, that's pretty much how, I mean, you see a lot of, not a lot of them, but I mean, that's pretty common, the TRD package.
It just works. It's nice, tasteful, it's going to fit right, and it's not too low, and you can still daily it or whatever you got to use for it.
Yes.
You upgraded the suspension. What do we have going on?
Suspension, I went with the Tayan Flexi, which is, I was happy, really happy the way it rides. And then other than that, I changed the ball joints, axles, tie rod ends, sway bar bushings with the Mog brand. And then Stop Tech calipers and rotors.
So you said Stop Tech calipers?
Yeah.
You upgraded the calipers?
Yeah, I mean, same size, but still OEM. But went with a better brand.
That's interesting. Okay.
And then I have a BRZ.
How dare you? How dare you?
I have a BRZ wheels on them.
Looks great, yo. So originally from factory, they're 120.
5x100.
100?
5x100, yeah.
That's so
But
good.
they have a 16. When I got it, it was a 16-inch. I think 16 or 15.
Okay.
Stock. And it was like a 5-finger gap. It was a 5-finger gap.
That's funny.
So it was like
You fixed
really
that
hot.
right away.
Yep. That's the first thing I did. And still a drum.
Still drums?
The GTS has a disc at the back.
Okay,
But
so
this
those
is
are
a
the
GT,
changes.
yeah.
Gotcha. Aside from the more power, 6-speed, they have the disc and man.
Yep.
Man, it's so comfortable. I understand.
I want you to drive it, man. Try it. I think after you drive it, you're gonna look for one.
Let's go. I'll drive it. I'll drive it. You can pull in one of those parking lots, maybe.
Right here.
Careful. We'll get my reaction driving it.
Oh.
He's like, mechanically the car's fine, so if it breaks, it's on you guys. Damn it. I'd say it's very clean. Let's talk about the interior because I'm curious to see. Sometimes manufacturers they do a great job with the outside, and then the interior they kind of lack.
Course.
I mean, as you know, the EP3 and the shifter whole controversy. Let's go with that.
There you go.
This one has it on the bottom portion where everybody likes it. Man, first and foremost, your interior is extremely clean. Did you get it like that? Or just
yeah, everything is OEM stock. Man. Other than the steering wheel, the pedals, the shift knob. I have a TRD short shifter in there, which makes a lot of difference. And it drives really good with that.
I love how you're like, everything's stock, and then you start naming all the things that is not stock.
And then, yeah, the cockpit on this one is, I like it, the way they designed it. It's all plastic, but I mean, during those days, that's how it is. But other than that, the way they designed it, it's really nice. Same thing with the Supra, I believe. The way from the dash going to the center console.
Gotcha. And so all of this is OEM? Like
all of them are OEM, other than the CarPlay radio, doubled-in radio, and the steering wheel.
It's actually a really nice design. It's a nice design. Now, it's a small car, has a lot of room.
The front one has a lot of room, yeah.
The back does.
Yeah, the back not
I think
much.
the back was done like for like the Porsches too, just for insurance purposes.
For insurance purposes, that you have a back so that you get cheaper insurance, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Man, dashes, they don't tend to crack on this, or you just have one of the mint ones?
I think I just got a mint one.
Because, man.
But yeah, it was...
oh, yeah. That can crack easy. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful interior.
Yes.
What are the plans for it? I mean, this is great.
Right now, I guess it's more of just the skirt, TRD skirt, and the rear valence. After that one, I think I'm done with it.
But nothing from the inside?
On the inside, no. I think
You're good with it?
I'm good with the inside the way it is. I just want it clean like that.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean...
Oh, looks good. Well, let's talk about the power. Let's see what we got going on.
Sure. There you go.
Because I figure a K can fit in this, right? No? No K?
I'm not sure if
I mean, you put Subaru wheels in the car already, so I don't think you're a purist. Come on now. Don't tell me you're a purist all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's a 1cc engine.
Beautiful. Nice.
All stock with the K&N short ram.
Nice design on it. Goes this way instead of going down. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1cc.
1cc.
That means what? 160 horsepower, I think, right?
I guess between
Something
150,
like
160, something like that. And then the 2cc is about 190, I believe. It has like 30 more horsepower.
How many miles on the chassis?
Right now it's I think 165. I believe.
Great.
Yeah.
165. What have you done mechanically? Have you changed clutch or anything like that?
Nothing. Since I got it, it's all the same.
It's all original. I can tell by the master.
Maintenance wise.
By the slave cylinder down there.
Change.
Gotcha. Now it looks a little cramped, but I'm assuming you remove the battery and you're able to have some room. I think that was the only downside to some of the MRSs, that there's just no room. And this one kind of throws me off. The same thing. Maybe it's the plastic here covering it, but it gives me that sense like, man, you gotta really work.
It's tight, I believe. Same thing with the MRS, yeah.
Yeah, because I think what's throwing me off is this is like the K series, right, where the air intake is on this side, headers down there.
Headers on the down, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Headers on the other side.
So if you want to replace the header, fun. Speaking of that, your exhaust system sounds really, really nice. What do we have going on?
It's actually an NVIDIA catback.
Okay, so just a catback.
Catback, yeah. It was just a catback, but yeah, I was
3-inch.
3-inch, I believe.
Okay.
But I was also surprised the way how it sounds though. When I first put it on, I installed it, and I was like, dang, it really sounds really good.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I was surprised how with the stock engine, no headers, no nothing. It's just cutback. And when I pulled it, and yeah, it surprised me with the sound, how it really. Yeah.
Well, all I know is that there's a lot of room here. If you take out this plastic for a turbo, no?
Yep. I think they make one, but I'm not sure with the 1cc. I think you have to swap it with the 2cc.
How different can it be, Aaron? Come on.
I'm not sure if it's available on the 1cc engine.
This is cool.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, this is really cool. I think
right now I'm good with.
If it's working,
I know.
No. If it's working,
power wise, I'm okay with it right now.
Now I hope not, but let's pretend like it was to go out today or tomorrow. What would you do? Would you put another 1cc? Or
I'll probably go with the 2cc.
You would?
I'm gonna try it, yeah. But before it goes down, I would take care of it before.
With the starter down there under the manifold, it reminds me of the K series. So I would be interested to see or hear or learn if the K series actually took some notes from this type of engineering, because that's interesting. I forgot that was the design of the CZ motor.
I think the 2cc, it was made by Yamaha. The Toyota and Yamaha joined force to build that engine with the 2cc.
Okay.
That's why it was when that one came out, it was really like everybody wants it because of the Yamaha and Toyota collaboration during that time.
So you're getting the most power for how small the engine is and reliability. I mean, that's the crazy thing about the Lotus Elise as well, you know? That's the reason why, like, when I found out that it was a 2cc off a GTS, I was like, I feel like I've been lied to. Like, what do you mean? You know?
It is.
And then they put with the mechanical and suspension where they did with the Lotus. And you're like,
I heard about that one as well.
Amazing.
Regarding the Lotus.
Amazing. It just, and it sounds so good with just minor bolt-ons. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely 2cc. it's nice. But it sounds like this one is been doing the work for you. So. Well, Aaron, thank you so much, man, for keeping us in business, man. Here, you keep buying all these cars. By next year, you're gonna be like, hey, I got the MRS, but next year I got the Miata.
Hopefully, I found one MRS or a Miata soon.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for making the time, dude. I think we honestly know what you like. You like OEM Plus, and honestly, I don't blame you. You're picking cars that have very nice body lines, and you're just upgrading minor things that go a huge difference. So, yeah, man. Thanks for making the time for us. Any shout-outs?
Same thing as a shout out last time. Thank you very much, Automotive Anatomy,
thank you,
for keeping up car guys like us, having your time interviewing us regarding our cars, our passion and everything. And at the same time, my family, my wife, my kids, for letting me do my passion. You know, it's not cheap.
It's time consuming, and
it's time consuming.
Financially, there's a commitment.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Especially when you pick underrated cars, where you gotta go and pay a little bit more for certain parts.
That's the thing, of course, and I'm just happy that they let me do my passion and
that's dope.
My hobby.
That's cool, man.
So, yeah. That's it. Thank you very much.
I hope there's somebody somewhere in the Philippines, maybe, with the Celica, who gets inspired by this.
Actually,
like, cool.
they didn't came out in the Philippines.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they probably import. You see some of them in the Philippines, but they're imported.
Kind of surprised. I would think of the Philippines or places like that.
I think, I'm not sure if the older ones, but the last generation, I don't think it came out over there. I saw some had them, but it came from here. They shipped it over there. Okay. But this platform, I think, same thing with the EP3. They are really like famous in the UK. In UK they're really famous. They're really you see them everywhere.
Wow.
Same thing with the EP3, the Type Rs, because Type R came out in not over here. They only have the SI, but in the UK they have the Type R version, and they're really famous over there.
They know something that we don't. There you go.
So,
well, we're discovering it slowly by slowly. Well, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate the time, man. Great car, great looking car, great mods done to it, and man, keep it on the road. It's a great platform.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank you, man.